We're going through where the market likes to go at. That means how can we assume that the market does bigger movements. Then we're going through how to have a primary chart, not over trading with the heat map. And then we're going through as number 3, how to use the heat map in combination, because we have always two sort of type of trading styles using the heat map. The one thing is more of a scalping type. That means adjusting $100 to get $500, to get $50 or maybe $200 a trade. But in this case, I used $250, $260, $270 for this trade to make $1,750. And this is the risk reward ratio of having adjusting $100 for $500 to $800 in average. And that's a massive difference mentally and also on the profitability of making money in trading. Very important, no financial advice. So first of all, it is to understand where the market likes to go. We have always 2 points. Either we have bigger structure highs up here, like I was trading starting down here where the circle is. So it was here the very biggest structure high, biggest structure low was down here. I was assuming the market goes up here to number 1 instead of number 2. The second part is we have consolidation phases. On consolidation phases on the left side that you see here, drawing them to the right. It shows us just catching a lot of candles, shows us that there were a lot of time traded, there was a lot of volume traded, and that means that we assume that the market in futures, and we see this very often, that the market still likes to trade it with a lot of time and volume, just nearby. It doesn't need to be that it's just like inside. It just shows you if you see a lot of consolidations, be careful on the same day, especially because it will continue to do also a lot of consolidation. And that was the major reason why I was assuming the market goes up here, because I had 3 stations. I was looking for like, what did I had? And when the market was here, I saw, oh, the next station on the upper part is here. The station where I'm at right now is here. And the station below me is when I'm going to the left, I'm seeing the spike here, whatever the market was spiking here. And here and there, like there's something interesting here. Somebody's defending this position. This is something what's very interesting. You see, it's this guy here. So if you see the market goes down and does some wiggle washy thing, wiggle woggle, you see here you have here this low and this one. And this is the contraction phase already. So somebody I'm assuming somebody bought here and he's defending it and he doesn't want the market to go more lower, right? And then he's pushing the market up. So the thing is, these participants, they're so big in trading, like even though it spikes down here, they're still in the game. Like they're trading like on a yearly base, monthly base. It's absolutely insane what's going on here, but this is just another topic. What I just want to make you understand is that we have now station 1, we have station number 2, and we have station number 3. And now it's always about, if you understand it in the past, station number 1, and this is really important. That's like the biggest money making activity I know so far in trading, is that this is the station number 1, this is station number 2, and station number 3 here in the past. Starting here, we have all the 3 stations that we see. And now you see from, I'm going to take now violet and just like something bigger here, like here. You see from here how the market goes from station 1 to station number 2. How it goes from station number 2 to station number 1. How it goes from station number 1 to 2, goes through to number 3. And here you see how it goes from station 3 to number 1. Number 2, I mean. Goes back to number 3, goes back to 2. So there's always like a back and forth. And then when you see it cannot go above, like guess what if it doesn't go up where it wants to go? It wants to go here to station number 2, right? Like this is how we can use it for trading, but just because you can see now or understand in what direction the market goes, it doesn't mean just to trade here inside. If you can see the market is spiking around like crazy, like we want to see it really beautiful, like the market is pushing a lot. A major reason why I was assuming that the market was going up is, and I hope, can you even see this too? Let me know, by the way, in the comment section if you can see here also a lot of green candles. I was seeing here so many green candles, and so I was assuming the market, that it makes more sense that it goes up. Even though the market does see a lot of red candles, I was believing so much that with experience, by seeing it over and over again, that it wouldn't have made any sense that the market goes down here. By the way, so we have 2 things. We have the biggest structure high, the biggest structure low. And then, so I assume the market goes to the biggest structure high because it does see so many green candles. And then we have also the consolidation phases, the contraction phases, where the market goes from station to station. Make the chart always small like this. I'm telling you, if you do this for 5 days, a picture number 1, like you make a picture out of this. When you start trading, you draw them inside a stage, what is above you, what is where you're at to the left, and what is below you. You have 3 stations, and you will see recurring movements, and you will start building a relationship to the market. And that's actually something what's very beautiful, because now we're going to implement the trading strategy. If you make this one so good, you can almost trade everything. But the thing is just, if you have 60 candles within 1 hour and you trade a 1 minute chart, and most moves, by the way, they just take like 10 or 20 minutes. Like, that's a massive difference than if you use a 10, 5 or like a 30-minute chart, because you just have like 12 candles or 2 candles within 1 hour. So that's already messed up, because you don't have enough informations seeing if it makes sense that the market goes up or down. So using the 1 minute chart, we have here, we're going through the heat map soon. You have here, and there's something what's very important, a very long aggressive green candle. You see here how the wicks are going here higher. If the market goes higher, by the way, I'm only looking for higher lows. I'm not just too much checking the highs. And we have always 3 procedures. Like, the one is like lower highs, lower lows. Medium, always the same, or higher highs, higher lows. I'm only looking at the top, lower highs, higher lows, or for example, we have on both ends like this one. If I can see the market does this one here on the same stage, like a double top, I'm assuming with enough pressure that the market is just like spiking it up. And that's a major reason why I think it's so important to enter a trade before the market reaches that. And I'm going to show you here a trading setup that I really love, because if it's trading, I'm telling myself, if I have a $5,000 account, I'm going to use $350 to $500 a trade in average. And I'm going to make sure that I'm going to, and this is something what's very important for me, that I'm going to trade only color switches. That means a red candle followed by a green candle. In the middle, that was a doji. Some people say, the color switch was that. But the color switch is actually that, because that's a move down, move up, the green candle. And then we saw here how the market was structuring up, right? So you can see here how the market is structuring up, how it has here a lot of pressure already. You can see also within the green candle, by the way, how it was doing here, the wick one more higher. Now you have here this one, that's an addition, but this one I think should not be watched too much. And then any green candle that you see here was very interesting. And now we're going through the heat map. We're going to put a line where the green candle closes, because I really love to concentrate only if the green candle is closing. There's a countdown timer here. It counts down from 60 seconds. And then we're going now to look how it looks like where once each candle was closing, what we had using the heat map. We have here a line. We have here a line. Now check this out. So these are entry points. These are all entry points. I don't like to scale in. I think it's just so important to, I think it's so important to do one trade and then just do the next one if the trade didn't work. So now going here to the heat map inside. You see here now these 3 points that was drawing inside where the green candle occurred, right? We're going to put the trading zone, by the way, away because it's just annoying. Here. So that's how the heat map is looking like. We're going to make this one on full screen. We're going to make this one small. So once the green candle is finished, it shows us already it has a lot of pressure. The better you do this using the experience where the market likes to go, the experience using the trading strategy that you can see it with the candles itself first. Then we go on the heat map, and what I think it's very important is to understand that the market, once it does your higher lows, from here to there, it does a higher low, it does here a higher low. Entry right away, straight off, and stop placement is here where one of these points is. That means like either A, either B, or either C. And then our destination, you can see here how the market has a liquidity. That sounds beautiful, but now I'm telling you the practical side, and this is why a lot of people are losing money using the heat map. And it's amazing. Like, people pay thousands of dollars for learning how to trade a heat map. And then it's just like, oh, I'm using the trading strategy. But how about just listening to the market, what it does? Like, the primary chart, like that you have a chart is just so important that you understand. Look, check this out. You have here these highs here, all right? And you see from here to there that there's a massive distance. Every time the market goes through and reaches these kind of things, I just told you before, by the way, that the market was doing this leap here, like here, was going up higher. So when entering the trade, I want to see that once the market was touching this one, because there's a double top, right? It shows us 2 times the price was here at this price point. Very interesting, by the way, when the market goes going up. That once it goes up, I want to see it goes here, I want to see it goes here, I want to see it goes there. And straight off when it spikes up, I want to see that it pushes up like what happened here. Because a retracement, a move back, like from here to there, we're talking about $1,225, all right? Like, I was already like $1,750 up, and I used $250 for this trade, by the way. And the thing is, it's just so much money, like it's insane. And it doesn't mean like I need to have my risk reward ratio of 5. Like before entering the trade, we see that here the risk reward ratio of 5 already occurs, 6.6 in this case. And then once we see that it makes sense that this is a risk reward ratio of 5, because all these 1 are here together, there's a huge massive difference, and then all these 3, 4 are here put together. Then you see exactly like those are also different kind of stations to aim at. And now we use the heat map in combination. I'm going to put here a horizontal line, by the way, inside from here to there, that you can see this in the heat map and what's going on. And you see how in the middle the liquidity is. That means like where you have massive order processing. The thing is just that that is a seller. At the top is always a seller. That is passive, it's called. At the bottom is always a passive buyer. It's quite hard to understand and explain just in YouTube videos, because you may just catch one thing, by the way. If you want to learn more about the heat map or about the systematic, we also made a free community, totally free. Go to just check out under this video. I hope it helps you out, by the way. And you can also join classes so far. That means we do classes so far. We look at the markets. I train the traders there, and I hope you can get some tasks there. We can make some results for you. Okay, that's good. Let's continue here, by the way. So you see that the market has from here to here that bigger distance, right? It's a bit quite hard to understand this or read this with the heat map, and that's why like it's so important to understand the relationship to the market using a 1 minute chart. I think is the best. Having it very small, seeing where it wants to go, where it makes sense. And then we use the heat map to increase risk reward. That means like to have smaller, tighter stop placements, like here, for example, or just like here, right? Like, and then aiming instead of for this high here, we want to see in the heat map, like, does it make sense that the market pushes here straight off right away with one push? And then check this out. When the market reaches here, it should have pushed up here, because that's like a magnet, these orange lines. When you see now the market comes back, and it pushes up, check this out, what it does once it reaches here this high. It goes up, down, like that shows you already weakness that it will not push up here. It shows you weakness that it will, check this out, it's just going into contraction phase, right? What is really cool is if the market, this is something what's very interesting. When I entered the trade here, and the market goes up here, check out what the market was doing here. It was pushing up so aggressive, but here it did not. And this is something what is for me just very important, is that you to see what the market does multiple times, but not just here inside always. This is a nice tool to have a smaller stop placement, to get the risk reward instead of 1 to 3, 1 to 2 for some trades to 1 to 5. That means you will see more very good trades, by the way, using the 1 minute chart. And then when you saw like 23, 30, 40 trades, how the top 10, how the top 20% of trades looks like to compare. But the magic is happening here inside using the 1 minute chart, because you need always to see the bigger structure, or else I think through those dopamine that you see, all these different kind of moves, I think it can just like, it can just confuse one. The most important thing, what I want to say is just, you can trade actually almost any trading strategy. It's just about that you see in what direction the market goes, that you ride with it. You understand when not to trade, when less to trade, when more to trade. And then you hop in first here, look forward. Can you see more green than red candles? Can you see that it wiggles up or down? And then we use the heat map to make the entry here. So I'm going to give you something in the end, if you have something to write down, and this will improve your trading. The first one is that you understand the direction. The second one is you understand the trading strategy, that like what makes more sense. Either it's the consolidation phase or it's the high or low, all right? High or low, either or. Then second one, if you can see that it makes more sense that it goes to the consolidation, work the station 1, 2, or 3, or like the high or the low that you see where it wants to go. And it does more green than red candles and it wiggles up. Or it does more red than green candles and it wiggles down. If you see it's a bit balanced, that's exactly where it goes nasty and it's not that nice. You want to see like there are more green or red candles. And the third one is the trading setup. Using the 1 minute chart is always a red and a green candle. Red and green, or you want to see green and red. That means for selling, that is for buying. And then just always looking at that over and over again. And if you see that over and over again, then we go to step number 3. I think first trading this with the demo account. Step number 4, looking forward to use now the heat map, because you are able to catch the movement using a 1 minute chart. And then now you use the heat map to look forward. Can you have a tighter stop placement? Can you see orders on the market where the market is running more further? And then it also makes sense. This one should not be a tutorial about the heat map with too much explanation with the order, with the DOM here in the chart. What is absolutely really cool, it saves a lot of money. It's very efficient to understand like where to enter the trades and be very accurate with the tight stop placements. But the thing is, like, these are all advanced things. I think like if you just get down the direction first, using a demo account first, how I just explained it, I think you will get results within the next 5 days if you look forward. Hope you could take something out of this. Wish you all love, good trades. JT out.